Skylar. He will be our nanobot. And to our left, we have the amazing Vikram Hedge, 93 years old and in great condition.
Not.
Anyways, today we'll be talking about senior fragility and movement and how to make it easier. So our team has observed that many seniors live their everyday lives in pain. They can't control their muscles, and it's hard for them to do daily activities. And it is an elementary fact that you have to be in tip-top shape in order to have a good life. But sometimes exercising can be very hard.
Oh, tell me about it.
So that is why we brainstormed two ideas. Of number one, decreasing leg pain, and number two, improving arm strength. And this is a research that made us think about these topics. Number one, stiffness in bones occur in seniors ages 60 plus. It generally occurs in the carpus and the calves. The calves are near your shin and the carpus are in your wrist. And pain can ruin the everyday happiness of life and your sleep. This is our survey, and our nanobot will take it.
Okay. We're supporting breast cancer as well.
We took a survey of 90 seniors. 50% of them were frail, 65% couldn't perform daily activities, and 85% wanted to get rid of the cane.
So, after hearing about these surveys, we thought of getting rid of the cane. The cane is a good invention, but see, it slows you down. And that's when we had a cast idea of nanobots.
You see, this is how our cast will look like. It will inject nanobots through needles into your skin, and the nanobots will do many things.
That's me. Thousands of me's will be injected into your body.
Injected? Will it hurt?
No, actually. The needles are actually the size of skin cells, and it will make you more flexible and comfortable. You see, the nanobot sends electronic signals to the brain for the brain to develop proteins, because proteins make senior body very well, and it'll make proteins automatically. Or they can do it manually by connecting to ribosomes, which you'll learn about later. This is a nanobot. It's a young picture of him.
He was so cute back then.
Anyways, we studied the human anatomy, from the skeletal system, to the muscular system, to the nervous system, and we found many things, but there was one great thing.
We found about ribosomes. And in our body, we have trillions of cells. And ribosomes are these tiny organelles in the cell that make a protein. And what they do is that they transcribe DNA to RNA. RNA is ribose nucleic acid. And they can only do this with this newly found chemical called AGP.
What's that?
AGP is used to make protein. What we wanted to do is have nanobots transfer AGP to their ribosomes. Then the ribosomes will be, because the seniors have a deficiency of this AGP levels. So the ribosomes then will use the AGP to generate more protein. And with the solution, we hope that seniors will be like this very man, up and moving. And my nanobot will talk more about himself.
This is our cost estimate. Nanobots will cost $10,000. $10 for each nano. An AGP monitoring class will cost $6,000 and $1,500 for each cast. $100 per cartridge.
And this is really special because this is non-surgical. All you have to do is just put a cast. And like he said, it is very cheap.
It's cheap considering the surgeries that are deployed onto seniors and that aren't really effective, and seniors hate that. And
They range from a number of hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yep. You hate it, don't you?
I hate it.
This idea was inspired from reading about blood nanobots.
What are those?
Blood nanobots help repair blood cells, and at this time, this idea is a groundbreaking innovation. Now, I have one final thing to say. Get rid of the cane, insert the cast,
Inject a lot of nanobots,
whee,
give a lot of protein,
and there's a
whole new you.
And we are Levert Fry from Campus Middle School. Thank you for watching our presentation, and we hope you have a great day today at Colorado School of Mines.
And this is our bibliography.
No, it's
Don't even ask
The
how we
project,
came
the
up
project.
with the idea.
Oh, the project?
Yeah, that's
no. He's talking
Well, that's
about the
gonna be my
project.
first question is how did your team decide what problems to study?
Well, after interviewing a lot of elderly people, such as in our surveys, we found that 85% of them think that the cast slows them down. And they really wanted that the cane slows them down. So we thought of getting rid of it, which would be beneficial to them because then they wouldn't have to take it around to places and they wouldn't have to be slowed down or limited in their activities.
How'd you get from cane to nanobot?
Well, nanobot is the new technology everyone's trying to talk about. What we kind of thought about, we learned about blood nanobots and how they were like repairing blood cells. And we thought since they were like related to cells, they can like fix cells. And we thought of researching and finding out how cells make protein to make them stronger, human body. So we thought of using nanobots to the chemical AGP to help make more protein.
And so if we get rid of the cane and put that cast, we need to get rid of the cane in some way, right? So we thought of how about a cast? And so
Because a cast is always going to be with you, and it's going to be like an arm, very flexible and comfortable.
Plus, it's not something you have to carry around everywhere, like an oxygen tank or other things of the nature.
So who have you shared your idea with?
We shared it with many seniors, like the surveys we found. I've shared it with some of our family friends and neighbors. We have a lot of neighbors that are seniors in my area.
So when like I forgot what I was gonna say.
Okay. Are you aware, is there any other research like this going on out in the academic?
no, as we said, at this
It's
time this is a pretty
groundbreaking
groundbreaking.
Well, we have looked at a lot of different things, and the closest thing to what we're doing right now is the blood nanobots, which take blood cells that have been broken down, such as with disorders and stuff.
And
And
did you look at
they,
any of the assistive technology? I know that there's some $6 million man kind of applications out there where you're assisting you with moving body parts. Look at any of that research.
No, we haven't heard of it.
And what do you see as a stumbling block to making this happen?
Wait, what?
A stumbling block, what do you think seniors will be resistant? You were resistant to wearing a cast and having needles stuck in your arm.
Probably the nanobots because they'll probably be scared that there's robots in their body that will control them or something. Or maybe they're afraid that they won't have control of their body anymore.
Yeah, the freedom. Yeah.
Yeah. That could be.
But the people I talked to, they thought
They
it was
were-
pretty interested.
Yeah.
But since they don't like really know all about it, they kind of they were okay. They were okay.
Any other ideas that you threw out?
Oh, so at the qualifier we had this one idea of like something that hanged on your shirt that was like it was called the IHH, and it wasn't like when we finished our presentation they said it wasn't very innovative or at all, so we had to make it.
Yeah. So this is pretty new. So we started on this project. We got a lot.
And how do you see marketing this?
Marketing?
Are doctors going to introduce this to their patients? Are you going to have freestanding kiosks in the mall?
well, the thing is that
Doctors
if
probably.
an elderly person is feeling that they're being limited by the cane or that they can't do their everyday activities and they talk to a doctor about it, maybe if you explain to the doctor like what our thing is, they could
Suggest.
suggest it to the patient.
Because the point is, what happens is that you lose muscle cartilage in your carcass in cows, and that's what the pain
Thighs
is.
and waist.
That's how the pain comes from, and that's why we're making the proteins right there. We're not making it like everywhere. It's just like here because that's where the pain is. The source.
That's a source.
Do you wear them 24/7 or you just wear them during the day?
Just during the day because the nanobots are doing their job inside. So you just like take out the cast once you're done.
Okay.
Can we get a quick picture of you guys together?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
And the picture is just so we have a reference point for later in the day when we deliberate.
Oh wait, should I? Oh wait.
Yeah.
Just a quick one, it's okay.
and take your pain.
Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. That was great.